Hi, Dr. Lara here. I hope you're doing well today. So today on my soul walk, I received the same message I did in my morning meditation. And in my morning meditation, I woke up feeling kind of low. Not really good about myself, just thinking, am I doing this right? I should be farther along. All of this negative self-talk. And so I just said to my guides, my angels, I said, I'm really tired of feeling that I'm not enough. How can I change that? What can I do about that? And then it was silent. And then all of a sudden I heard, everything you do is right. I was like, what? That was like such a foreign concept to me. What do you mean everything I do is right? Because I didn't grow up thinking that. I grew up, if I got A's, why weren't they A pluses? And then it went into my business. Well, if I did a launch, how come I didn't have more signups? And then it goes into my personal relationships. Well, that conversation with my daughter could have gone way better, right? So there's all of these areas where I just feel like I don't measure up. And I'm so tired of feeling like I'm not enough. So with that message is that, what if you believed that everything you do is right and that you're on the right path? And I was like, oh my gosh. And the third one was everything that you are doing right where you are is where you're supposed to be. And so with those three phrases, it just took the load off of me of not feeling that I was enough. Because if we come from the belief that everything we do is right, every decision that we make is the right one, oh my gosh, right? So I can hear this, well, that's not true. My life is crap. And the thing is that if you're in a situation that you don't feel good in, like a relationship, or you're in a job that's just sucking the life out of you, realize that the decisions you made brought you to that point. Okay, even in the past, if you felt like you were a victim or you didn't have a choice, that's water under the bridge. The point of the power is now. So if you are in some kind of situation that you don't feel good about, that's a result of the choices that you have made to get yourself there. So when you embody that, then you can come from the place, well, if my choices create my reality, I can start making different choices. So that just was that's so huge. That just lets the burden, it takes the burden off of ourselves that we think we should be someplace else. And what's happening, what they were showing me, is that we are starting to, this is the ego, this is the spirit, and it was kind of like this. Okay, so the ego kind of overpowered all of our thoughts and beliefs. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. All of the not enoughness. But what's happening with all the light coming into the planet and humanity's waking up is that the spirit is starting to emerge. Okay, and when the spirit starts to emerge, it's not that it's going to overpower the ego. It's going to be stronger. The ego is still going to be there, but the spirit is going to be stronger, and you're going to be listening to the more positive things about yourself, because that's spirit, and that's what's emerging out of us. So that's really, really exciting. So now that you know the difference between what the ego is, I'm not enough, and what your soul is, what your spirit is that you're doing everything right, you get to choose what you're going to believe. And then the other thing they wanted to say was that if you are in a situation that doesn't feel good, okay, it's not that you made a wrong decision. You're supposed to be there because there's lessons that you can learn about yourself. There's things that are inside of you, the strength inside of you that you can dig deep. Like when you get out of that relationship or you get out of that situation, that you have the strength to get out of that, and then your self-confidence builds, and then you feel like you can do anything. So that's the reason why you are in that kind of relationship or situation that's uncomfortable. And the reason why it's uncomfortable is because your soul doesn't want to be there. Your soul is talking to you and it's saying, this isn't right. You deserve better. Okay, so if you are in some kind of situation that doesn't feel good and you feel it in your body and you don't want to be there anymore, it's because it's not in alignment with your soul. And your soul is saying you don't have to be here. There's something so much better for you when you get out of this. Okay, so hopefully that can help you move out of any situation, because a lot of times we stay in situations that are hurtful or painful because we're afraid of the unknown. But if you come from the space of, I'm letting all of this hurt and pain go so I can step into something much, much greater, much, much better for me. But it will only do it if you have that self-awareness about yourself and if you learn the lessons that you needed to learn in that situation. Because just changing your situation, like changing your relationship or changing your job and not doing the self-reflection and the self-awareness, you're just going to recreate the same situation over and over and over again. So the key to your happy existence is self-awareness and making choices that are better for your soul. So I hope that helps. That's just like, it's just like lifted off a huge burden off of my shoulders. So I hope that helps. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.